In this video, you're going to learn how to use cruise control inside of the Ford Escape. There are two different types of cruise control that you're going to find. There's normal or adaptive. And the difference between the two, the normal is your hold at a constant speed, so that old school cruise control. So you set it at, let's say, 60. If the car in front of you slows down, you have to brake yourself and then resume your speed. Versus the adaptive is more of a set it and forget it cruise. So you set it at 60. If the car in front of you slows down, yours will auto brake. You change lanes, they change lanes, it's going to pick you back up to your previously set speed. But actually using cruise control is done with the buttons along the left-hand side here. So you can toggle the system on/off this way. You'll notice a slight change in the cluster screen when you do. When you drive, it's going to set you at your current speed, but if you're parked, it just turns you on. From there, you'd set your speed by going up or down. You can increase or decrease 1 kilometer, 1 mile per hour at a time. You can push and hold up or push and hold down to increase, decrease larger increments. If you ever brake to cancel your speed, you just push resume in order to resume that previously set speed again. And then there's also a distance indicator when you're using the adaptive cruise control system with 4 unique levels that are available. And I want you to think of that like a 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi for how close or far you are away from that leading vehicle. I'm personally okay on level 1 most of the time, but you might want to be on 2, 3, or 4, just depending on your own comfort level and your own reaction speed. There's also a lane keeping button here too that you can easily toggle on or off. Inside of the infotainment system, if you go to your features for a second, and driver assistance, that's where you get into this page, where you can go for cruise control with a series of options. So you can actually change out the type of cruise either to normal or the adaptive cruise. So that normal, again, is your just regular old school, versus this one is the one that's going to slow you down. There's a lane centering system here too. And the way that lane centering works is that if the lane markings are recognized, you start to go around a bend, the vehicle is going to keep you perfectly balanced in your lane. It is a fantastic system. Not self-driving, because you still do need to keep your hands on the steering wheel. So after about 10 seconds, you get a message in the cluster screen letting you know that steering's required. But it gets so close to Ford's Blue Cruise system, but no Blue Cruise inside of the Escape, unfortunately. I love the driving tech here. The lane centering system inside of the Escape is so good. It's not quite Ford's Blue Cruise system. What are you doing, fella? Yeah, it's not Ford's Blue Cruise system, but it does a really good job. Really good job at keeping you balanced in your lane. And where all these, you don't have to use the safety systems, but where they come into play is if you're doing distance drives, like to be able to just kind of relax your hands for a few seconds to kind of stretch things out if you need to, I think is a huge benefit. And then adaptive cruise, I use it all the time. So regular city streets, highways, interstates, etc., because you never know if somebody's going to do something stupid. There's an available predictive speed assist here that works off of a tolerance level. So are you okay with going over or under the speed limit, and by how much? The tolerance level works 2 different ways. The first way, if you start to slow down, so if the speed, I should say, drops, goes from 50 down to 40, when you're using adaptive cruise, it's automatically going to lower your speed. If you go from 40 up to 60 with the speed, it's going to increase your speed automatically based off of that tolerance level. The other way is if you're using adaptive cruise and you're going around a bend, it's going to automatically lower that speed from a basic safety perspective. From there, there's an available speed limit assist, specifically a warning. So do you get a warning chime letting you know you're going too fast? And at what point are you okay with going over the speed limit? I'm just going to toggle that on off. And then there's also the lane keeping system that works 3 different ways. There's an alert, an aid, and then there's the alert and the aid. And the difference, the alert, if you start to veer over into another lane without signaling, you're going to get a little bit of a steering wheel vibration, almost as if you're running over rumble pavement or there's something wrong with your alignment. There's nothing wrong outside of the vehicle saying you're changing lanes without signaling. There's an aid, which is going to nudge you back into your lane, and then the alert and the aid will do both. So you'll get a little bit of a steering wheel vibration, and then it'll nudge you back into your lane. There's also an alert intensity, which is going to be the intensity of that steering wheel vibration. Now, let's go through a little live drive, and I'll show you how the system works here in person. Formula Ford here in Pickering, fantastic dealership to work with if you're looking for an Escape or any other vehicle. Ford Lincoln lineup. All right, so we'd use the button along the left part of the left pad to toggle the system on/off. I'll start with it off here to show you what happens. So I can push the button there to set my speed, and I'm on a 60 road, so it automatically picked me up to that maximum limit, so that's 60. Now from here, I can decrease or increase my speed one at a time. I can push and hold down or push and hold up to increase at larger increments. If I ever hit the brake to cancel my speed, I push up in order to resume my speed. And then I've got that gap adjustment here, so those 4 unique levels that are available. The Escape does have some stop and go capabilities, but if you slow down at any point in time, you do have to hit the resume button in order to resume your previously set speed. I mean, I don't technically have to let you in, but in order to resume your previously set speed. From there, if you're coming up to a red light and there's nobody in front of you, you have to brake yourself, so there's no red light recognition. There's some stop and go capabilities, but you may have to resume the speed yourself. If the car is not speeding up fast enough, you can hit the accelerator pedal at any point in time in order to speed up a little bit faster. And we're cruising right now. Now, I mentioned there is some stop and go capabilities. After a few seconds, if you don't resume your speed, you just have to push the resume button there yourself or hit the accelerator pedal instead. You can turn the cruise system off temporarily by pushing the button that we used in order to turn the system on, and then you push resume in order to resume that previously set speed again. It's relatively straightforward, and the car in front of me is slowing down and my car's braking as well. And as I mentioned, just hit the accelerator pedal to speed up if it's not speeding up fast enough for you. There we go. I'll just do another little example here. So the speed, as of right now, it's going to drop from 60 down to 50. And with that recognition, it automatically is going to lower that speed for me. If you didn't have that predictive speed assist, it wouldn't adjust it there, but it does it all automatically. It is a fantastic system. So again, in a nutshell, toggle the system on or off this way, increase or decrease your speed. You can temporarily pause or cancel. You can tap the brake, resume to resume your previously set speed. There's that gap adjustment with those different levels that are available. And I've got the lane centering system turned on right now as well. So if the vehicle recognizes the lane markings, it can keep you perfectly balanced in your lane. And then you've got the basic lane keeping system too. So if you start to veer over with into another lane without signaling, it can nudge you back into your lane. If you want walkthrough videos and all the different steering wheel buttons, if you want to know how to navigate through the cluster screen or the infotainment, you'll find full walkthroughs down in the description. But that's how you use the cruise control system inside of the Ford Escape.